Hey everybody, and welcome to another model building workshop. I'm Mr. Allen. I'm here at the Smith Hill Library, right here in Providence, Rhode Island, part of the Providence Community Library. Welcome to our YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about Greek infantry. Now, most people think of Greek infantry, they think of this, which is not untrue, but that's the ancient period. Today we're going to talk about the World War II period, which is a little different, naturally. So we look at the Icm Kit of the Greek Evzones. This is from 1940 and 1941. So this is the World War II era. And another reference book we've got here. This is from the Men-at-Arms series from Osprey. And it's armies of the Greek-Italian War from 1940 and 41. We'll look at some of the uniforms here. Example of different Greek uniforms. And of course they have the Italian uniforms as well. And then the Germans get involved in this conflict in the spring of 41. So a little background here. In October of 1940, Mussolini decided that Italy should have Greece, right? Why not? This is during World War II, during that whole imperial, period. And they figured that they would take Greece. And they already had Albania. They figured they'd just march in and take Greece. They attacked in October, right when the weather was starting to change, and as soon as they got into the Greek mountains, the weather turned, it became winter. The Greeks put up a ferocious resistance, which they were not expecting. In fact, the Italian army really wasn't ready for this action, and the generals didn't really want to do this, but what Mussolini wants, Mussolini gets. So they invaded, and it went disastrously for the Italians, to the point where not only were the Greeks able to repel the invasion, the Greeks began to invade Albania. So what that led to was, in the spring of 41, the Germans had to intervene, and basically they had to, they pretty much invaded all of the Balkans, Yugoslavia as well, and the whole area became sucked into the war also. And from a military perspective, that was rather disastrous for the Germans also, because that set back the planned invasion for the Soviet Union, which was eventually happened in June of 1941, but it was supposed to happen a lot earlier than that. So by the time the Germans were approaching Moscow, it was December, and well, winter came and the whole situation changed dramatically. Well, that's the history in a nutshell. So let's look at the kit. This is an Icm kit, and they make some really great things, I'm finding. They've come a long way since the early kits. The instruction sheet has the usual parts breakdown here. List of colors that you would need. These colors, and this is an older kit, so basically everything here is just in Model Master colors. And here's your instruction sheet, such as it is. Nice assortment of weapons. And then there are some fun options with this kit, which, if you can see on the box cover here, is that you have some options. You could either use the helmets, or you could use the caps. So there are choices with this kit. You could do either or, which is a nice feature. So let me show you what they look like. These are in process, pretty much finishing them up. Just got some touch-ups left to do with them. So I can get the camera to focus in on this. All right, hold on. I have an idea. Let me pause and we'll try to do this in just a second. Okay, so here's an infantryman here. One with the helmet. And you'll see the fun shoes of the Evzones. The Evzones were a elite light infantry and mountain unit used by the Greek army, and some of these also used for guarding the official government buildings in Athens. So they have these interesting features to the uniform. There's another one here, so I can get this one to focus in. Now I went with the colors that were listed on the instructions. Now I got some more touch-ups to do on these guys, but I'm finding that the green might have been a little too green, because they asked for field green, and I think the actual color is a little more of an olive shade, which when you think of Greece, olives kind of makes sense. So I went with like I said, with what they instructed, and I think it's maybe a bit too green, but it adds for it's a fun look. There's the officer with the pistol. Then we get this fun soldier. I want the cap on this one. And he's carrying a World War I French machine gun, or a semi-automatic trench gun, which looks very awkward to handle. But that's from the World War I era. So yeah, it's a fun kit to put together. It's an interesting and odd subject matter. And you have some options with these, because you can have them fighting the Germans, or you can have them fighting the Italians, or lots of possibilities here. You can use them in the mountains, use them with some Greek ruins, you know. So there's a lot of fun possibilities with this kit. So that's the very quick run through on the Greek infantry. And again, we're talking about 1940s, you know, not this period. So yeah, we're talking that period. So another good kit from ICM, fun to build, fun to look at. Okay, we'll be in touch soon for more model building. Bye now.